Welcome to Kawit in Cavite and welcome to Anthro on Foot's walking tour. This is a self-paced walking tour that features key heritage sites and cultural highlights in the area. We hope you enjoy this tour as much as we enjoyed curating it. Introduction. The Tagalog people were among the predominant ethnic groups in this region. These communities had their own distinct cultures, languages, and social structures. Kawit, with its strategic location in the Philippines, was connected to maritime trade routes. Its pre-colonial inhabitants engaged in trade with neighboring regions, exchanging goods and ideas with other Southeast Asian cultures. Cavite, including those along Manila Bay, was attractive for settlement due to its proximity to the sea. Communities engaged in fishing, trading, and maritime activities, contributing to the economic and cultural life of the region. Pre-colonial Cavite was organized into barangays, which were local communities led by a local ruler or datu. These leaders played a crucial role in maintaining order, settling disputes, and overseeing the well-being of the community. The pre-colonial inhabitants of Cavite had rich cultural practices. These included oral traditions, folklore, music, dance, and artistic expressions. These cultural elements played a vital role in passing down traditions and shaping the identity of the communities. They practiced indigenous animistic religions, where they believed in various deities associated with nature. Anitos, or ancestral spirits, were also venerated, and rituals were conducted to seek their guidance and blessings. Various names were associated with present-day Cavite City. The early Tagalog settlers referred to it as Tangway, denoting a peninsula, while others, observing its resemblance to the sharp-edged part of the hook-shaped coastal land, called it Kawit. Chinese traders, known as Sanglays, conducting business with the locals, termed it Kate, a distortion of Kawit. The Spanish arrival in the 16th century marked a significant turning point, leading to changes in governance, religion, and culture in Cavite and throughout the Philippines. During the Spanish times, the name Cavite underwent a transformation from the indigenous term Kawit or Kawit, signifying a hook, describing the coastal land formation along Bacoor Bay. The pronunciation shifted to Cavite or Cavite due to the absence of the letter K in the Castilian alphabet, prompting the substitution of W with V to align with Spanish pronunciation. The northern tip, originally Tangway, was designated Cavite La Punta, meaning tip of Cavite. Recognizing Cavite La Punta as a suitable location for ship repair and construction, they named it Cavite Nuevo, or New Cavite, and chose to relocate their settlement, establishing the Puerto de Cavite, or Port of Cavite. During the peak of the renowned Manila-Acapulco galleon trade, which made Puerto de Cavite a crucial point for Spanish galleons entering and departing, it acquired the title Ciudad de Oro Macizo, or City of Solid Gold. At one point, emissaries from the Chinese emperor explored the area in search of gold. This period also saw Cavite, referred to as Tierra de Maria Santissima, due to the widespread devotion to the Virgin Mary in the region. Kawit is historically significant as the birthplace of General Emilio Aguinaldo, the first president of the Philippines. The Aguinaldo Shrine in Kawit is where the Philippine Declaration of Independence from Spanish rule was proclaimed on June 12, 1898. Today, Kawit continues to celebrate its historical heritage. The town has grown and developed, blending its historical significance with modern life.